What's good, everybody in the building, man? It's your boy Tonyd2wild checking in once again, back with the banger today, guys. And today we have something a little bit different. We usually do, as we start to wrap up July and August, a back to school, top 10 sneakers back to school, top 10 sneakers under $100, top 10 sneakers under $150. But we're going to start something new, and we're still going to do those videos, but we're bringing something different today. Today, guys, I'm going to give you my top 10 sneakers that are currently selling right now. More than likely, you're able to get your hands on right now, and I will leave a link down below in the description to each one of these shoes wherever I can find them currently for below retail. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, man. Let's get it. Coming in at number 10, guys, we have the Jordan 4 SE Craft in the olive colorway. Now, this shoe initially released in November of last year. I believe it retailed for $210. It was a little high up there. Now we're in the 215s when it comes to Jordan 4s. And this is not the only Jordan 4 that made this list. I mean, we got a couple of them on this list, but in my opinion, it's one of the better colorways. I honestly thought, and I honestly even did in my video, state that I thought that this shoe was gonna sell out. Well, this is the shoe that kind of made me realize where we were headed for sneakers and sneaker releases, specifically from Jordan Brand, how everything would be bricks, sit, and go for below retail. These in particular are currently sitting at $177 on my size at least, and up and below that price point in different size variations. So for the most part, you are still going to pay below retail, but it might be $180 in your size, or $183 or $175, or it might be somewhere around that $170 price point. And I even know about this one in particular because Soulplay actually put this shoe on sale on their own website. They no longer have it, but it did go on sale. And as you can see now on the secondary market from various websites out there, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, your GOATs and your StockX's, these are available right now at that $177 price point. Now, I'm not gonna tell you where you should go, because at the end of the day, you gotta be cautious where you go when you go into that secondary market. I'm not saying you will get hit with a fake from StockX. I'm not saying you will get hit with a fake from GOAT, but at the same time, nothing is 100% promised if you are not shopping from a legitimized store, storefront authorized retailer. So just keep that in mind. At the same time, there is ways that authorized retailers can get finessed with fakes. You say, how? Well, someone can go and buy a shoe and swap it out with a fake and return the fake to the store, and there you go, a finesse with that. So there's always a caution when buying shoes in general, specifically after the release date. If you're buying a shoe from an authorized retailer the day of the release, you're more than likely going to be safe, because that is like the fresh pairs off the press coming from the store, no swapperooskies or anything like that. So you're more than likely going to be 100% satisfied and legitimate when it comes to that. But just keep that in mind, because a lot of these, you're going to see these prices in the aftermarket on some of these sites out here. Currently, the olive is $177 in my size when I last checked over on StockX. Coming in at number 9, we actually have a brand new release that released this past June, I believe June 22nd to be exact, and that is the Jordan 4 Oxidized Green. Now, these retail for $215, and Soulplay just did a 20% off sale, I want to say the day before yesterday, or like 2-3 days ago. They sold at $172 and they completely sold out. Now, currently in the secondary market like StockX and GOAT, I've seen my size going for $160. Soulplay having them at 172 is the better deal. Why? Because StockX is having it at 160 after those fees and the shipping that you're going to go into when paying off of those sites. You're going to probably be up near that $180, $85 price point after all the fees are said and done. So keep that in mind as well. But the price point at where it's at right now currently is $160. As I stated before, Soulplay sold online at $172. Actually, there's a couple pairs left in their in-store locations. If you want to give them a call, they more than likely may take a phone order. So give them a call, tell them that you saw Tony's video, tell them that you said yo, I saw Tonyd2wild's video. He said that you guys had the Oxidized for 20% off online. I know they're sold out online. I'm wondering, can I do a phone order through you guys at the store for these for 20% off and have them shipped out to me? You more than likely will be able to do so. So you might want to hurry up on that ASAP, because $172 shipped on an Oxidized 4, I mean, it could go lower, I don't know, but that's a pretty good steal if you ask me. Coming in at number 8, we have a shoe that is even more closer, and I think I actually got my dates wrong now that I say that, because I believe this shoe actually released on June 22nd. It is the Oxidized Green that released on June 15th. And I stand correct now with my dates, forgive me for that, but that is the Jordan 185 High Metallic Burgundy. Now this shoe just released, like what, it's about to be 3 weeks now. And before it even released, it was already plummeted below retail. Now this shoe retailed at $200, and when I last checked, it was going for 140 bucks right now in my size. I've seen even some as low as 110. So it's been going up and down. That is insane for the fact that this is a $200 shoe and it's closing in near 50% off right now as we speak. Now this one is a little bit different. At the recording of this video right now, currently, they are going for 30% off right now over on SoulPlay. Use the code TAKE30, check the link down below in the description. There's a ton of pairs last time I checked, but they're going for 30% off right now, this particular pair. As stated before, I believe on StockX, I saw like 140, and right now at that 30% off, you're gonna get it 140 shipped. So I just went and checked on StockX once again, and currently they have them at $102 on StockX. Now, after all the fees and all that's been knocked out the way, they got them for $122.90. So they're even less over on StockX. But currently at a authorized shop, you got them for $140, and then on StockX, you got them for $122. You decide where you want to go at the end of the day. But for it being a $200 shoe, and you can get it all for damn near $80 off or 60 bucks off, that's a steal. That's a steal. And it's a basic shoe, but it's a nice shoe. It's an iconic shoe. It's the first time it's ever retroed in its true shape, form, color. If you've been waiting on it, this is a good opportunity to go ahead and grab a pair, or you can hold out and see if it drops even more. It's up to you. You do what you want to do. It's your money. Coming in at number 7, guys, we have the Jordan 1 UNC Toe. Now, this is another one of them shoes that I told you guys that I'm like, when I saw this shoe do what it do, I'm like, damn. Yeah, we entering the brick season. You feel me? We got enough bricks to build a mansion at this point. Because this is a shoe that if it would have released 2016, 17, 18, it would have instantly just sold out. Even, I mean, all the way up to 2020, this shoe would have sold out. The bread toe did phenomenal back when it released, so I can only imagine what the UNC toe would have did at that time. Even the Jordan 1 UNC, the one, there was, I mean, there's so many UNCs that dropped, but there was the one that was the white, blue with the black swoop. I have a pair, it's like a suede material and leather. Those like did phenomenal. This shoe though, I just think it looked extremely good, but it kind of just did just like the yellow ochres and other shoes of very similar shape, like the yellow toes, the UNC toe, they all pretty much plummeted. That shoe though retailed for $180 and is currently sitting right now in my size for that $155 price point, and kind of sitting around that same size in other sizes as well. So you're well below that 180. After the fees and all that, you're gonna be probably looking at maybe still like a 170, high 160. You're gonna be close to retail, but a little bit below retail, and that includes the shipping price. So not a bad deal. This shoe's been out for quite some time though, so it isn't something that seems to be going anywhere, or it seems pretty stagnant at where it is at currently at its price point. Coming in at number 5, I know I've been saying this over and over, and now every time I hear these shoes and remember these shoes, I'm like, yeah, this shoe also. Damn, this shoe also. The Jordan 1 Reimagined Royal. I remember when we first saw the leaks of this shoe, people were hyped up about it, and then it seemed like the moment that DJ Khaled posted a video rocking them, that's when the flare left. Like, nobody cared about it no more. They were just done. You feel me? I remember going to, where was we at? I think I was in LA. Either I was in LA or I was in Italy. And I want to say, and I know it sounds crazy because basically what I remembered, I was out of town and I haven't been to many places since having the baby. I want to say it more than likely was Italy, possibly no, it was LA. It was LA for sure. I was in LA. I was at the Grove, at the Nike store in LA at the Grove, and we were upstairs and we saw a pair of these, and them shits looked like Ashy Larry. I mean, they were dead. It was like the sun had been beaming on them. They then lost all their life. They were ashy as hell. They were dead. Like, it was just like they were being touched over and over, and it's been accumulating dust. It looked like an old wrinkled nut sack from old Rip Van Winkle. Or what's some, is it Rumple? No, yeah, I got it right this time, because I usually say Rumpelstiltskin. Old Rip Van Winkle, who sat under a tree and fell asleep and just let his shit marinate for 100 years straight, however long he was, you know, around. Let me make sure I got that right. I had to make sure I had got it right. It is Rip Van Winkle, because a long time I used to say Rumpelstiltskin, bro, but I got it right. But them shits were just dead. They were dried. They needed some liquid on them, bro. But these are currently right now going for $92 in my size, alongside with other sizes out there in that secondary market. $180, $92, damn near 50% off. I think Soul Play did like a 40% off at some point. You can even throw them, because they didn't make the list, but the reimagined breads as well, or the satin breads, my bad. Those came along, and then these came along, or one came before the other. They both just pretty much plummeted. And it's crazy for the satin ones even more, because the satin shoe was a shoe that released a couple years back, extremely limited, and did phenomenal. You know, released it later, nothing, bricked. And it just goes to show you what kind of climate and what kind of world we are currently in right now in sneaker culture. But with that being said, you can really put both of them up here, and I forgot to mention that this is like a reimagined royal and satin bread collaboration right here at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is the Jordan 11 Low Space Jam, retailed for $190 and currently sitting at $165 right now in my size. Now, as stated before, these prices are before the fees, so you're gonna be probably paying about another 20 on top. You're still gonna be sitting at that below of retail price point, but close to retail. The Jordan 11 Low Space Jam, a very nice shoe overall, but at the same time, it just, for everybody out there, it didn't resonate. I mean, at the same time, we are in a very tight economy right now at the same time. I think that plays a part in why everything it is the way it is right now. But the Jordan 11 Low Space Jam is probably one of the better. A lot of these shoes are dope, but this is like one of the best shoes, better shoes. That's why it's higher up on the list. I mean, it is what it is. I loved it. It looked good. It looked clean. I have the Jordan 11 Space Jam already, so that's one of the reasons why I did not need this particular shoe. But this shoe has went on sale. I think Soul Play did it on sale as well, and it sold out completely. So even though it did sell at below retail, it still moved at a decent price at the same time. Coming in at number 4, one of the more popular, or probably the most popular shoe in the past couple of years now, and that is the Nike Dunk Low Panda. Now, these are probably gone. What I'm about to say is probably no longer in existence, but these are retailing for $115 and are currently sitting at $89 in the secondary market. Now, today, at the timing of this video, Soul Play is dropping these for 20% off. So 20% off with free shipping for the men's pair, the women's pair, and I believe the big kids pair as well. 20% off on that. The retail is $115, which I thought they were $110, but maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, $115 with a 20% off is gonna give you a price point of $92 shipped. On StockX, you have it for $89. After the fees, you're gonna be probably at very close, maybe slightly below that retail price point, but as stated on other places out there, you can usually catch these on steals and deals at the end of the day. So keep your eyes peeled when it comes to the Pandas. I know a lot of people hate Pandas. People hate Pandas now because so many people love them. It's like almost a reverse psychology type of thing. But me personally, like, I like them. I don't have no issue with them. They're white and black. I like them like I like my Air Force One. So, you know, I have no issue with that whatsoever. And for that reasoning, you know, I might have to grab me a pair if I can get my hands on. You feel me? But that is number 4. Coming in at number 3, we just said it, the Nike Air Force One. And that is the all white Nike Air Force One. The retail price point on these are also $115, and these are also been sitting at that below retail price point of $89. Now, just a heads up, once again, I know I'm talking about Soul Play, but that is a company that I know a lot about when it comes to their deals and what they got going on. Heads up on the Air Force One, you may see a 20% off sale back to school for those in men's and GS and women's coming very, very soon. That's also going to put you at that $92 price point after the 115, and that's $92 plus free shipping. So stay tuned, be on your bifocals, and keep your eyes posted, because it is back to school season. It is a lot of sales and stuff like that going on, but even till then, you could probably get a pair of Air Force Ones for below retail wherever you go. They're usually sitting or some sort of steal and deal on them right now. So take the initiative, take advantage of it, and keep them all whites in rotation and on deck. Now we have a couple of honorable mentions that I want to talk about. The first one is the Nike Air Diamond Turf Max 96 that just recently released. The retail on those are $170, and these are currently sitting at $160 in my size. Now that's why it is a honorable mention, because some sizes are above retail, some sizes are not, and at the same time, even with the fees, you're going to be slightly above and below retail depending on that size. So one of those reasonings is why I didn't put it on the big boy list. Another one is the Nike Dunk Low Veneer. These retail for $115. They're currently sitting at $105 in my size, and slightly up and down depending on the size of your choosing. That one is also one that's kind of sneaky and shaky, slightly above, slightly below, has been on sale on certain sites out there as well. And as stated before, one of the reasons I can't put it on the list is because it's kind of near and slightly below retail. But if you are on the lookout, specifically on Twitter, there are always accounts posting steals and deals all throughout the day. I might need to even get on my own affiliate marketing very soon. If you are someone that still loves your Yeezys, Yeezy 350, in particular, the Onyx colorway has been going for below retail for quite some time. Retail was $230. They've been selling for like $220, $222, and some sites have put them on sale as well. That shoe kind of hit right when the whole debacle went down with Kanye and Adidas, and that shoe was kind of just left out in the open with certain stores out there, and had sold for slightly below retail at some point. They're kind of still though starting to creep back up, but there is a lot of other Yeezy 350 models in general that you can go look out, like the Graphite, the Granite. I've seen a couple of them that are available right now below retail in the secondary market. And last but not least is the Nike Zoom Vomero 5. Now pretty much a lot of colorways you can get your hands on right now below retail, but in particular the one we're talking about, just because if you want to pinpoint a specific one, the Thunder Blue Cream. These are retailing right now for $160, but are currently, you can get them right now at $102 in the secondary market. Keep your eyes peeled. The Vomeros are starting to inch their way down. If you've been a fan of them, I have been. They're starting to kind of be able to get your hands on a little bit easier and at a better price point. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Coming in at number 2, we have the Jordan 11 DMP Gratitude. Retail for these was $230, and they are currently sitting for $195 right now in my size. A Jordan 11 of that magnitude below retail right now is a good, just solid point of where we are currently at, as I've been saying throughout this video, in the sneaker culture, in the economy, and everything at this point. $230 is definitely expensive, don't get me wrong, but the fact that it is something so close to like a Concord, and it's like sitting like that, you know, and it's a DMP, a classic model, like a very popular model that came back, and you can get it for below retail, means a lot. $195 after the fees and all that, you're gonna be sitting at about what, I want to say like $215 maybe, $220 maybe, depending on your size. You'll be right around that area. You're still below retail, so definitely a shoe that's the December shoe, which is usually the holiday shoe, the big time holiday shoe that sells out and sells well and has millions of pairs. Even that shoe is below retail. So hey, it's a buyer's season right now. And last but not least is the Jordan 4 Military Blue. Retailing for $215, currently at my size at $206. In some sizes it's fluctuating there as well. Certain sites have still got pairs lingering here and there. The number one on this list because it's a very popular, one of the most sought after shoes that has not released for over 12 years, finally out, and it was a shoe that if you needed it, if you really wanted it, you was able to get your hands on it at retail. And if you weren't, they're pretty much still available at retail right now. You feel me? And you can get them pretty much at retail, the $206, but you're gonna pay your fees and your shipping, your taxes and your shipping, which will probably get you up close to that $215, maybe slightly above, maybe slightly below, but it's still, in my opinion, you know, a shoe under retail. The Jordan 4 Military Blue, I got my pair. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to it. And this is another one just to show you the forecast of where we are at currently, because this is definitely one of the most sought after releases of 2024, and for it to be where it's at now, it just goes to show you, man, like, you know, it's a buyer's market right now. It's a buyer's market. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys and girls enjoyed today's video. Make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys as always, and I will see y'all on the next one. It's your boy, Tony D2Wild. I'm checking in. I'm checking out. Peace.